Hello Commanders, Commander Plater here, and welcome to today's live stream. Hope everyone's doing very well, and you all had a good week up until now, and it will continue to be good after now. That's what I'm really hoping about. I've got to work on these intros, haven't I? Pretty rough. But today we are playing some Elite Dangerous, and we are going to be hanging around Seoul, where it is burning, due to, once again, terrorists and the NMLA, because when you have terrorists who you help and then they blow you up and then you help them again and then they do stuff like blow you up and then you hunt them down and then they attack and blow you up and then you give them a whole new place to live and a whole new place to hang out, they then once again blow you up. So to be honest, at this point I say glass everything. Destroy everything. Get rid of them. Done. That's what I reckon. For sure. That's always worrying when you see someone zooming around. So, what are we doing today? We're going to be rescuing some people in Seoul from this station that, for some reason... Wait, what's it called? Leaking. I can't even read it from here. One of these. Yep. Leaking Jiao. That's what we're doing. NMLA literally are Marlinists, though, pro rock. Same people. Well, technically, the NMLA are Marlinists, but not all Marlinists are the NMLA. That is a difference. So I think the plan is that we're just going to head in, do all of this in and out stuff, and hopefully not cook our ship too much, and hopefully be able to pick up quite a bit of engineering materials, a bit of data and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that should work. Now, a small reminder of this storyline that we have, we were speaking about with the NMLA, because it's worth mentioning, is that they're just horrible people. They're just horrible people because they're attacking everyone. They were distinctly, the NMLA were distinctly against the idea of there being succession through birth in the empire, and they wanted elected officials. NMLA, the NMLA. That's their idea. So they were all about no, it should be elected officials and stuff like that. And let's be honest, that's crap, isn't it? As a dictator myself, as the Ploid, which is the present leader of the independent dictatorship, no, you don't want that. You don't want elected officials, do you? You don't want people that are elected. You want to go in and you want to do it yourself. That's what you want. You want to go, this person's my successor. They sort of have to be my family. That's what you want. You know, if you want to build yourself a really good, long empire that's got a good line behind it, and, you know, this great bloodline of glory and blood and success, then that's what you want. All I need is money or superpowers, seriously, and I'll take over the Earth, just saying. But anyway, it's not just the Federation or Seoul that have been attacked. It is essentially all delegates, all locations, and we'll have a quick look on the old galaxy map. We'll have a look, and as you can see, there's several different places that have been attacked. So we've got Nanamam, Akanar, where else? Lave, Gateway. So basically kind of homes of different factions and stations. So everyone who's part of the... who else have we got? Who else has been? Eotiniz, Kamadenu. Hang on. Yeah. Kamadinu. So all of these places are locations, they're kind of centres of power. So this is by the NMLA using their enzyme missiles that they used previously to attack the Empire locations. So Black Knight, yeah, it is, isn't it? But I think if we look at the map, you're not wrong. But yeah, So, let's dip into Galnet briefly and see what Galnet has to say, because there have been some developments since this morning, I believe. So, NMLA has claimed it. Yep, of course they have. That makes sense. 9-star reports hit by them, attacked by the NMLA. Yep, makes sense. Very bad. Obviously, we had some stuff happen yesterday as well regarding the talk of the Adamastor and Azimuth biochemicals. Baze, it wasn't me, mate. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. You've got no proof. No proof. But yeah, so as things stand, there's some people looking into the Adamastor mystery and seeing if they can find some more stuff. And that would be the Hesperus, which is kind of like essentially a sister ship of the Adamastor. So that's something that's happened there. So, NMLA have said they've done it, so we know that. The interesting thing, so Wolfpack Gaming, calm down, we get to things as we get to them. If you remember, the previous kind of interesting little thing that we found was that black site. The old secret prison where people were tortured and got information, and they actually ended up being shut down. People came in, everyone got killed, all that kind of stuff that happened. It's one of these prison sites we went out and we found. There was one guy in there who was known as Prisoner Theta 7. No names, only designations. And he was the one who didn't break during their torturing. He was the one who walked out like it was his place when the ship came down, shut everything down, sent all the command codes to turn off the base defences. Everyone got murdered, and he was the one that walked out and escorted as if he owned the place. And he has said the following on their propaganda channels. Was, I no longer have a name, nor a family, nor a future, each taken by the Empire. Now all I have is the dehumanizing number printed on my uniform in their torture chambers. Now all I am is Theta 7. Pretty harsh. So basically, there's this crazy guy. Now, the Marlinists themselves have said they have got nothing to do and has no connection to the neo-Marlinist extremists. So, what can you do? What can you do, right? All you can do is say they're nothing to do with them. But you know what? They've got to be hidden somewhere. Brian, you're saying that you admired his work at Serene Harbour. I mean, that's fair. Space Nerd, you're saying that the summit... so will the summit ever happen? Well, it's happening still, isn't it? It's just a quick break. But basically, this comes down to the Empire being the problem, as usual. Why would anyone expect anything else? But Gallagher, no, not at all. But right, so we're going to go and get ourselves in. We're going to start rescuing some people, because I feel like we don't need that. I feel as though hanging around, like reading the news whilst people are burning to death inside a station, probably isn't the best thing possible. So, but it's what we've been doing. Oh no. Alright, what are we on? Pad 39. Okay, and because you have to worry about heat. I'm sure there are some people that have never done this before. There's no auto docking here. Oh, boop. Let's pick up some people. So, yeah, got to get in there and do some stuff, haven't we? Yeah. Flying a beluga's brave, very brave from WeJet there. Now, small reminder what you should do when it comes to this, which sounds really off. If you want to maximise it, you're looking for people that are paying at least 10,000 per passenger. So, for example, these 20 here that are here, and they're paying the 137 That's not good value. It's not good value at all. So let's find the best paying ones, shall we? Very good. Not that great. Not super. I didn't realise that I was all super friendly with all of these people. So that's good. Hey Stephen, yeah, I'm doing alright, mate. Doing alright. I've got a bit of a squeaky voice today. I say squeaky, scratchy. Ah, see, this one's not that bad. See, 24 for 230. No. But hey, look, these three. Let's pick a cabin. Let's bung them in. I've gone for all economy, so I can get as many in as possible. These ones look good. 20 for 218k. Very nice. See what else we can find. 19. Yep, get them in. Thing is that technically, you can't blame me, can you? Can't blame me. Oh, 15 for 210. Very nice. And they're all going to be going to all going to be going over to the rescue ship that's close. So we'll bear that in mind. Right, no one else gets to go from there. Oh, yep, these ones do, because they're paying over 10.
Incoming mission critical message.
These ones are also paying over 10. 10k per seat.
Incoming mission critical message.
And that's what it's all about. You've got to be sensible in these situations. So, right, back to the top. Apparently, Aegis Corps I'm not friendly with. I don't think I don't even encountered them before. But yeah, you've got to go for the materials. I think it's yeah, there's another one. Don't know how I spotted them. I must have refreshed. And we kind of go for the slightly cheaper ones as we go. It's like, yeah, this is all fine. This is fine. Right. JJ, no, I'm not. I do know it's something you can do, and it's something I might consider doing next time round. But I typically don't equip ships with heat sinks, which is essential for doing that. So it's probably something that I should consider at some point. Okay. Yeah, yep. 7 paying 85. Very good. Very good. So Aaron Day, there's been a terrorist attack by the NMLA, the Neo-Marlis Liberation Army. Gone in there and decided to cause some trouble, which is just so rude. It's a little bit more than rude, to be fair. Oh, actually, you mentioned Yamix, Chris. Also, congratulations to Yamix on 100,000 subscribers. Well earned. Oh, it looks like we're going to have to drop our price a little bit, I think, which is sad. So back to the top, dropping the price.
Incoming mission critical message.
Yeah, bombs. So uncivilized. Like a lightsaber is a more civilized weapon for a more civilized age. So Jesse, you're saying you're a new elite player. Well, welcome in. Hope you're doing all right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You will get plenty of advice from the chat. Not all of it will be good. Same from me, actually. I can't guarantee all of it will be good. But I do have some advice.
Incoming mission critical message.
That's weird that it says that these are available, but they definitely aren't. I got one more. Alright, unfortunately we're not fully loaded, which means we're not super efficient. Can't believe it. Kuro, I'm going to be doing multiple alpha streams for sure. That I can tell you. Definitely sure.
Warning, temperature critical.
Dunk. Yeah, taking heat damage, 107, 110. Not ideal. I think it took too long to come in. Let's boost out. And it's fine. This is fine. This is fine. So Matthew, no, not Jameson. There are certain places. Stephen, yeah, it can be done unshielded. You might take a little bit of hull damage. That is a very real possibility, though. So bear that in mind. Mr. Sinkhole, I don't have any, because you don't really need them. That's why. There's a reason why. Because I'm not redoing this for money, so it's not a big deal. Midwest Sim, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. So, this ship is bare minimum. This is like skimmed off all the crap that you could possibly need. The only thing I've got is a frameshift drive on it, really, that's engineered. So, it's all good. Wolfpack Alpha, thank you for the follow as well. But yeah, it's literally not something that I have to worry about. As you can see, the minimal damage. My docking confuses a little bit. It's like, nah, no problem. Oh, Meowza, the 2 pulse lasers are on there because you never know when you have to shoot something. You never know when you might have to shoot something for science purposes. That's why you've got to be sensible about these things. You need to. What I like about this is because it's so close, you can just full speed it in Super Cruise. Can't go wrong. No, seriously. Sometimes you have to shoot stuff for science, and you never know. Oh, great! Docking request is denied. Who's here? Bleeding Weejet. He's everywhere.
Docking request denied.
It's what I use as the Explorer Conda Meowza, so it's kind of a... It's got the full FSD, but then I switch modules as I need it. Oh, I've got autodock. Nice. But yeah, when I talk about science, is that it's things like turning up at the Guardian beacons, for example, which I haven't been out to for a very long time. But the Guardian beacons, they are triggered by being shot with energy weapons, but you can't use a fighter to do it. So you can't use a Guardian fighter. And I went out there with Guardian fighters once. So I'm in my Guardian fighter and I'm shooting away and I'm like, what am I going to do? But thankfully we had 2 small pulse lasers on the main ship. But yeah, I've got 824 as my repair bill, which is why you don't necessarily need to worry about the heat sinks. But that's not a hard and fast rule. Now, I am intentionally picking, engineering materials if they pop up, because I really hate grinding. So, it's always good to be able to pick something up that's handy. Okay, it's fine, but yeah, plenty of modular terminals here. Now, I'm going to pick Reputation, I think. So it just started raining here, like, out of nowhere, really heavily. And it was one of these moments where I heard it before I knew it was happening, so it was a weird moment. Yeah, I'm going to pick Reputation to get that up for these guys. No influence. Okay, nice. First run done. We've just saved a bunch of people. So the answer is, Smoking A's, what we're doing today and why Seoul is burning is because it's been terrorist attacks from the Neo-Mars Liberation Army. Once again, and this is all down to the fact that there is the summit going on. So whether there's the Galactic Summit, and there is people from all over and every faction coming to basically cause a fuss. Okay, cause a fuss? Where they're all there, talking, then the NMLA have gone, yeah, seems like a great time for us to mess things up. Thing is, Dave, it's what you've got available. That's the main reason why. And that's it. That's why I use what I use, is I use what I have. So, but yes, the summit has been suspended. That's correct. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. But yeah, I don't know when we'll be able to actually go after the NMLA because doesn't want to be a community goal this week. Matthew, Alfred is currently sat up on the bed. He was sleeping, but he is sat up on my bed, wondering what on earth is happening outside because he's never seen that before. He's like, "What is this? I've not seen this before. This is mental." So yeah. Matthew, yes, they do have reputation ones, so you can definitely get your superpower influence up. Faux show. And I just said faux show. Genuinely, which is a mug thing to do. Muleo, yeah, that depends on how fast you're doing the turnaround. Because the mission board only refreshes so often. Now, I am not going to be fussy anymore. I'm just going to grab things and go for it. So Marcus, it's going to be mainly, from what I've seen, manufactured. Well, but it will vary. You will get some data in there as well, but you won't get any raw materials. Momoka, I think they did this intentionally. Like Mars High. Wouldn't you have gone after Mars High instead of here? Like, not being funny, if you look at the system map in Seoul, you look at all of the possible places to go, like, I'm personally thinking that, oh, why wouldn't you go for Mars High that's slap bang above Mars, which is the capital of the Federation? Earth isn't. Like, you could have gone for any of them. I mean, they're not, to be fair, they're not much different. But to me, I think Mars High would have been the closer strike to the heart of the Federation. But no. Wolfpack, I think we're a little bit further ahead than World War anything endlessly dangerous. Right. No one come out of here right now. I think it's Weejet that's there. Pad 25. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. Just going to scoot under. Heat's not bad. Got to watch out for explosions in here because they can knock you off course. Landing. I mean, Earth isn't home to everyone, is it? I don't know if it's... I mean, Seoul has plenty of impact, but Mars High, yeah, it probably is more secure. But then... would it be that much more secure? Chris, I'm just not interested into it. I'm just not interested in X4. I played X Rebirth, or as Commander Scorpius referred to it, as X Afterbirth, and he was unimpressed with it, and I actually felt I was really unimpressed with X Rebirth. And X4, the problem was is the NPC animations just look so crap. You know? So I'm just not... I do not know enough to be able to correct you if you are wrong, Prorock. But I love, you know me, I love correcting people when they're wrong. Anyone who's been in my chat before knows that. I love it. Right, I said I wasn't going to be fussy, so let me just stop being fussy. You know, I'm going to take these ones from the... You see some firmware, legacy firmware, specialized legacy firmware, yep, more specialized legacy firmware, good, data's good. Everyone's complaining about how long this is taking. They're like, oh, but they're all in here and it's really annoying. It's like, well, tough. It's like, trying to get everyone on. Well, Chris, the thing is, Odyssey looks better. They actually look like humans moving. So I'm like, it's all good. So don't go into station, problem solved. A bit more difficult than that, isn't it? But also, I don't like the fact that it feels very expensive for what it is, considering when they launched it, it was missing. That they've kind of done, they have done it, and a bit of an iffy way. With regards to... Okay, done. Yeah, but I feel like a bit of an iffy way with the releasing of things, where it's like, hey, we're going to add loads more content later on, but it's going to be DLC. When it's like, well, I feel like you've intentionally launched a game that doesn't feel finished. You know, it doesn't feel finished. And then they add more. It's like, ugh. Oh, honestly, Matthew, I'm just not being fussy. Do we even need a beacon for this one? Because honestly, it's... You zoom in and out and you're done. Interesting. But yeah, Chris, you talk about that. It's like, yeah, Baze, I guess I'm... Yeah, Miazza, it's so close it is worthwhile, because by the time you've throttled up, it's time for you to drop out. And then you're close enough anyway. For example, it's only 5 megameters away. So, but yeah, what we're going to say... Someone asked me a question. Wolfpack, okay, he said, what are my thoughts on Jupiter's life sentence since I supported him in the CG? So, I supported him in the community goal from my with a roleplay hat on. Was I thought that he is attempting to be a dictator, and as a dictator myself, it seems to be a great idea to get him in the club. And because he was so close to my faction's home, again, it seemed sensible. Like, to be on good terms with him. That was that idea. But, now, I'm not really bothered because he's a bit of a failure. You know, he just messed up. And it's a shame that so many people kind of supported the other side, that there was no chance for it happening, because I thought it'd be a better story if he was hang on, Meowser, the word republic doesn't come into what we do. We're kind of a cult, as it were.
Engines disengaged.
That's what we're more of a cult. But yeah, his family did. They just ditched him. But then again, he was probably being a total dick. It's one of these things where it's like, oh, Family's super, but if they are acting like a dick, it's okay for you to say you're acting like a dick, and I'm not going to support you in this. We're not the Starks of Winterfell. We aren't the Robinsons from Lost in Space. We aren't Lannisters from Game of Thrones as well. Who else is all obsessed about family? Oh yeah, we aren't the family from The Hills Have Eyes either. So, we're not them. So why would we take reputation? See, specialised legacy firmware, very nice, good for trading. Done. Right, and off we go. Straight back out again. Or a quiet place. Yeah, pick some positive families. That'd be good. Of course, we can't say the British royal family anymore, can we? Can't say that. Barry, I do not. I do not think that at all. I think they will stay the same. Gerb, hi. How are you? I am doing all right. Red Pill Productions. He's saying, are we in a cult? Technically, no. But only technically. We are quite, I guess, cult-like, but when we do cult, it is mostly at night. 1-year-old Rainbow. I have a private group which everyone in the squadron is welcome to join and should be in. If just for events, if we did it. Events, if we do them, we don't really. Because I'm a nightmare for organising stuff, I just forget. But we do have a Discord, which the link should be dropping into chat any moment, assuming that it all works. Took a while.
You've been granted restricted access, Commander. Proceed with caution.
One-year-old Rainbow, that definitely does help us. We do have a rule where you can't change your stuff on Discord. So so you might need to ping a moderator to do that. Just because we had lots of shenanigans happen and it was annoying. Yeah, Nightbot needs a bit of a waking up. Thing is that I know for a fact, ProRock, that you won't be able to do that. Oh, words are hard to type. There we go. I think, well, Nightbot seems alright. But there's a Discord link over on Twitch as well. Oh no, don't bump into that. Oops.
Landing gear deployed. Warning, temperature critical.
Alright, let's get loaded.
Warning, taking heat damage.
You're on the deck. We're taking you below deck, Commander.
Is that cool? That was my intention. Thank you for making me do that.
Incoming mission critical message. Incoming mission critical message.
All these people whinging about stuff. That's what they're doing. We're having a whinge.
Incoming mission critical message.
Right. Full. Let's go. How's that for a turnaround? Nice. Gerb, I guess it's a
Temperature critical.
consistent kind of level of stress, I'd say. Well, Derek, you're asking me why I do this so early in the day.
Message.
Clear for takeoff.
I mean, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, not a bad time for me. Hang on, WeJet, that sounds like you are. Oh, you're talking about the attacks, Derek. Right. Well, I think the reason why it all happens is because of the server tick at FDev.
Frameshift drive charging.
Prism, I'm not in the future.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, sorry, Steve. When I talk about the server maintenance. Because it's Thursday, because they do use Thursday server maintenance, don't they? So that's when, and they do that like 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. Not sure. So I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning on Tuesday about the whole having a kidney stone malarkey, or finding out that I've got a kidney stone. I am now deciding to drink squash cordial, whatever, with lemon juice in, because citric acid is apparently supposed to help dissolve it and break it down. Sure, it'd be great if it did. Mr. Mercado, thank you very much for the follow. And wait for the auto doctor to pull the nose up. It's like, you doing it? You doing it?
Hello there.
Commander Keen, thank you much for following as well. Wait, are you the Commander Keen?
Docking successful.
The Commander Keen? Commander Keen? So yeah, I haven't had any issues from the kidney stone yet, so I have no idea. I didn't even know. Yeah, I mean, I've got, it's like raspberry and cranberry squash with a twist of lemon. It's fine. Obviously, I'm not looking forward to when the potential thing happens. The potential resolution. But to be fair, I need to drink more. I need to be better hydrated, so it's good encouragement. Stephen, not yet. I said only found out on Tuesday, so kind of have to wait and see. But they seem more concerned about the gallstone, which that was the reason why I actually went to the hospital in the first place. So because of the symptoms that was causing. But I've been given nothing so far. It's only been a couple of days, so the glory of the National Health Service being free means that it doesn't necessarily run as efficiently as people would like. Limited people, limited funding, etc.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Right. Let's have a look. Let's have another look back on the galaxy map. I think it'll be fine. Prison. The thing is I spent the last year not being able to eat a well-rounded diet, due to the side effects of medication that I'm on. So it kind of like kills my appetite, like completely killed my appetite and all that kind of stuff. Look at all the people that are in this system. Oh. Yeah, so because of that, I've probably been eating too much of the bad stuff, too much fat, and all that kind of stuff. And the reason why I know why I have a gallstone is because I suffered with horrific, agonising pain last year, and the likelihood of them was that they were passing, and it was awful. And it was to the point where morphine only took the edge off, and it was horrifically painful. So I wasn't a fan of that. Did someone say Lave Station hadn't been attacked? Because yeah, it has. Someone said not the station in Lave. Definitely has. But you know. So yeah, I've just never known pain like it. Alright, Wolfpack, take care. But yeah, so Wizalot. Sounds like you'd know about that. Cringe. Then Gateway. Dublin Citadel. Let's have a look. Right, well, let's head back. But yeah, it's definitely not fun, but that's how we found out. It's kind of incidental findings. Like the kidney stone is essentially an incidental finding. Like, not why you went in, but is a thing that you should know about, kind of thing. So it happens. I'll deal with it as I've dealt with everything else so far.
Frameshift drive charging.
Through gritted teeth, and try not to cry too much, because the pain is so bad. Because the thing is, Biff, it's because the eating is affected. Like, my appetite is totally killed off by these meds, and I have an upset stomach a lot. Like, at least once a day. At least once a day, no, once a week. At least once a week. Sometimes a couple of days a week, where things are like, oh, horrible. Adam, yes, indeed they are.
You've been granted restricted access, Commander. Proceed with caution.
Arendelle, yeah, my mother's had her gallbladder removed. She had gallstones when she was in her 20s. It's not something I'd recommend for fun. But yeah, so because I've been eating a lot of crap, because I need to, like, essentially, I spent a lot of time trying to just get calories in. So I've eaten a lot of fatty foods, a lot of junk foods and stuff like that, so... Attack stick, are there any Imperial ships I recommend? Not really. Not really, because... It depends what you're looking to do. Like, if you give me an activity, I could probably give you a recommendation for said activity in ships. But as for just recommending an Imperial ship, I'm like, Like, we just talking about the Courier being the best Imperial ship, that's because it goes fast. Super fast. Oh, come on, we are definitely in the right spot. Nope. Nope. This is bad news. This is me fudging a landing. Oh well. There is, which I'm aware of, at some stations are the search and rescue. There's some search and rescue missions that you can do. So you collect the stuff that's inside the burning station, and then you can take them and hand them in. But yeah, there's no missions actually in there, but what would there be? So you can go in, collect all the stuff, take it out, and then hand it in somewhere else. And at the same time, once you've done all that and you collected everything, you might as well come in and land, then do the missions, leave, go back, and do stuff like that. So you've got some optimization that can be done. Stephen, no, I do not. In fact, I've said this before, I rarely play Elite Dangerous off stream. And the reason for that, because there is a reason for it, is because I kind of binge play Elite if I'm not careful. So by me limiting myself to streaming it and playing it, if I really want to play it, it means I stream at the same time, which is good for encouraging me to stream. And then at the same time, I don't play it too much that I don't want to ever play it again. Which is a very real, because I do that with games a lot. Is that I'll binge play a game massively to the point where I don't want to play it anymore. And then, because let's face it, my channels are mainly about Elite Dangerous. Like that's what majority of my subscribers came for, followers came for. So if I were to play a different game, it's not as interesting to them. And I can play all these other games whenever I like. So why not do that?
Incoming mission critical message.
This is one of the things that it's like the secret background of being a content creator is that you have to make sure you enjoy what you do. Otherwise,
Critical message.
why are you doing it?
Incoming mission critical message.
Right. But yeah, I'm not into that self-flagellation thing.
Mission critical message.
Not my cup of tea. Well, these don't pay very well, do they? We're down to the poor refugees.
Incoming mission critical message.
Adam, yeah, mate, just get to Sajay. Far more sensible. Go for the 12. Get full.
Incoming mission critical message.
But yeah, I always say to people, like, if at any point you don't enjoy playing a game, don't play it. Just walk away. Come back to it another time. Far more sensible.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Utkarsh. You don't have the soul permit now. How do you unlock it? Any quicker method? There are some other other places that are currently on fire that don't require permits. Oh, explosion! That's bad. That's bad news. That's very bad. This is very bad. Oh no, this is bad. Now I'm pad loitering. How can I be pad loitering in a burning station? This is bad. Very bad. Very bad. Dear. Nameless Cinder, yes, we do know what is happening. So, essentially, the centre of like each different superpower has been attacked by the Neo-Marlinists Liberation Army at the same time. As part of the trying, I assume, to interrupt the Galactic Summit, which they have done well, and they have done.
Charging.
I was like, oh no, 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 no. One of them. Yeah, what ProRock said in chat there, Rio or Nanaman, and do the rescues there, you'll get the soul permit quite quickly. Superpowers plus Lave. Yeah.
Docking request granted.
Gain damage. I do the same thing with World of Warcraft every couple of years. Every couple of years I go and I do that. And I tell myself I won't. And I'm enjoying it. And it was good. And then suddenly I stop enjoying it because I've played too much of it. Every time. And I always do it because a new expansion's coming out, and I see the ads for the new expansion. Then I play through the previous expansion that I hadn't played through yet,
Landing gear deployed.
because it was the one that came out beforehand. And then I stop playing just as a new expansion comes out, and I don't play the new expansion, and I get it. Every time. Every single time. Don't know why. Every time. I'm just like, yep. Yep, we messed up there, didn't we? Good work. Drew Demry, I have no clue.
Accessible. Engines disengaged.
No clue at all. I think lots of people are coming to do these though. I know we are. But at the same time, I also yeah, Meowser, stop it. Why would you do that? Also what I do is I only buy, when I do that, I only buy a month subscription at a time. So that way I don't forget to cancel it. So Druid, no, it's not only. It's just one of them. It's just one of the stations that's been under attack, or been attacked. And there's a lot of it happening all over the place. But it's interesting. How did the NMLA get into a permit lock system to do it? Just saying. Seems fishy to me. Adam, yeah, that's kind of okay. Kind of an idea. And fleet carriers, Meowser, technically. 'Cause technically, fleet carriers aren't player characters, or aren't commanders.
Engines engaged.
Brought in the bombs for the coffee, maybe? Stephen, yeah. Economy's fine. You gotta have a conspiracy when there's a terrorist attack. It's the dumb thing. I mean, maybe they just did some passenger missions somewhere else.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
Oh, gain damage. Because the game's changed so much. Because I started playing World of Warcraft when Burning Crusade was the only expansion. And I went Fury Warrior. That was my spec. And it was great. Problem is they changed it so much that I might as well start again. So I do that, and I start again with a new character. And I this time round, I played did a paladin, a retribution paladin, and it was great, great fun. And then I played it, got leveled up, and as soon as I hit level, because they did stat squash and level squash in it, was level 60. I was like, oh, is that it? What do I do now? What am I supposed to do now? So, Drew Demery, the damage was actually caused by enzyme bombs constructed by the Neo-Malinist Liberation Army.
Be prepared for some complex maneuvers up ahead, Commander.
E-Rebel, I think you'll find that Sol refers to the entire system, not Earth. And plus, Earth is actually really flammable, so it is possible for the Earth's atmosphere to get so hot that it would ignite.
Stay alert, Commander. Multiple debris.
Yeah, Kuro, I was a Death Knight. I was a Blood Death Knight back when they were the damage. dealers as opposed to tanks.
Landing gear deployed. Warning, temperature critical.
You're on the deck. We're taking you below deck, Commander.
Like, technically... Yeah, see, Meowser doesn't sound good for me. Also, hey chickers, how you doing? Being technically correct is the best kind of correct, just so we know. For anyone that's unsure. Colds are, yeah, Blood Death Knights for DPS, Frost ones were tanks. So yeah. There you go. Back in the day when they first came out. I remember back then, because I used to be super into Warcraft, I took a week off work for the expansion. Which I look back at it and I'm like, it was a good use of my time, because at the time I couldn't really afford to go on holiday or anything, but I did have a week off work and I played computer games, and slowly my sleep pattern just shifted to the point where I wasn't getting up until around about 10 in the morning, start playing game, have some lunch, then end up going for having a nap at 2 for 2 hours. Then I'd get up again and I'd stay up until maybe 3, 4 in the morning. Would not recommend it. That was weird. That went from 18 to 7. Actually, Colton, no, there wasn't. Which is quite a surprise.
Incoming mission critical message.
But yes, a lot of the stuff was held behind a massive money wall as well. It was like really difficult for you to get gold in World of Warcraft at one point. I just really, really struggled. It was like, oh, I don't have any gold. Can someone give me 10 gold, please? People in chat in Stormwind just be like, oh, I need 5 gold. Can someone give me 5 gold? Or, oh, if I duel you, can I pay you some money from like a super rich player? Yeah. Danny Boy, some of them do. They pay. I mean, I'm taking people that typically only pay at least 10,000 credits per seat, but we seem to have got rid of all the poor ones so far. Sorry, all the rich ones. Now we're onto the poor ones, which isn't an ideal situation for me. It's good for them.
Incoming mission critical message.
But for your time, definitely good.
Warning, temperature critical. Landing gear retracted. Warning, taking heat damage.
Hey, Techno Cheesecake. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, so Seoul has been, as well as many other places, have been attacked by the NMLA, the guys who were only attacking the Empire previously, but basically they decided that now everyone is an enemy of them because they're on the side of the Empire and they're talking to them. It's a bit like, meh. And Ray, yeah, you do only need economy class. But yeah, all about just getting people in as quickly as possible, getting them out.
4, 3,
Coulter, yes, very good.
engage.
Derek, thank you. I mean, it's happened naturally. The old Obi-Wan Kenobi look. It's not intentional, but it's a solid comparison. Said it during my stream on Tuesday that I'm still waiting for my call from Disney as the body double for Ewan McGregor. So if they want a slightly skinny, fat-looking white guy with at least a remotely similar beard and hair, I'm in. I'm there. I can be there. It's not a problem. Elstree Studios isn't far away. I can get there. Pinewood again isn't that far. I'd be happy to do it. Still waiting though. Stephen, yeah, I mean, it's slightly better. Drew Demery, it really is not long range. They're reasonably all over the spot. Can I speak Scottish? No. No. No, I can't. But yeah, so Druid, yeah, they're all over the spot, and they're all very, very close to the locations. You see there, I just did 5 megameters in a couple of seconds. That's it. Between the rescue ship and the actual ship. Oh, this back and forth.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Pirate, can I do the backflip? I can't do a backflip, but I can do a cartwheel, and I do have the high ground. Which is mainly part of it. To the cheesecake. That'd actually be pretty cool. Get myself an IMDb page. That's where it's at. Meowser, not in this. Not in this. Definitely not in this ship. It doesn't have the power. And doing a full 180 flip, or even a 360 flip in this thing would be... No. Wouldn't happen. It's got undersized engines on. Right. Freshback Lava, hello, how you doing? Okay. Okay. How about that? Here, laddie. That's what I've got. I don't have much when it comes to certain things like... What do you mean I'm Scottish? How is that? It sounds a little bit Shrek, doesn't it? I feel like it's a little bit... Donkey! Yeah, it's a little bit... No. Not good. Not doing it again? Cool, won't do it again. Yeah, Kritikov probably is. It's like, oh, not good. Not good. Do I think the Braben hinted at ship interiors by showing us a cut of the interior of an old ship? No. No, I don't. I just think he likes old ships. Big as that. Ralphie seems that if you are pledged to Archon Delane, the passengers don't offer any credits, but turn into slaves upon exiting the station. That doesn't sound right, Ralph. Gain damage. Console version sometimes of Elite Citizen. So much stuff has been delayed in the past, but I'm hyped to see it anyway. The thing is that it's more difficult to release updates on console, which is one of the reasons why PC gets all the attention first and gets the alphas and the betas. It's because it's a much more effective way of doing things, because you don't have to send all the updates through for approval through Microsoft and Sony, which you have to on console. So that's one of the reasons for it. It's not a divide, other than there's a much larger range of hardware that needs working on, and it's good to have the data for large different combinations of hardware like you get with PC to then optimize on and carry those improvements through it on to console. If that makes sense. That should make sense. Tokyo So, hey Tom, how you doing? You're right. Stuff is indeed happening. stuff being stuff. There has been attacks on various centres of power. That's cool. Leslie, yep, Sol is indeed burning. Well, A station. The reason why my passenger hold is so open and not divided into cabins, Derek, is when you take certain passenger missions, if they're marked with a crown, it means they require their own cabin, and if they're not marked with a crown, then they don't require their own cabin. So typically your ones, when it comes to taking passenger missions like, I don't know, local celebrity wants to go and visit Sirius Atmospherics, that will require its own cabin, versus 15 workers want to go and visit this place. That should be an economy class, can go and everything. My house has run out of passengers. Oh no! Gislason, hey, how you doing? Right, just scrolling because I got caught out in chat doing the Scottish accent. So, Raw Diamond. Oh, they actually have to pay. Eek. That's not good. Yeah, gain damage is going to be, like I say, various different things. Tom, you're looking forward to Odyssey. Good. I'll be interested to see what you do with your cheeky bits of artwork. So, HJ, you say, what do I think of Odyssey's gameplay in a nutshell? A little bit rough around the edges, but looks very promising. That's my answer. And, Lulutz. Yeah, I don't know. Have you checked Galnet today? Because there's been multiple terrorist attacks by the NMLA.
Access granted. Prepare for sudden course adjustments as you enter.
So TCB, this is once again down to the Neo-Marlis Liberation Army sneaking enzyme bombs onto the stations. Stephen, I'm hoping that there will be kind of some interesting things. I imagine there's going to be a refresh of the planets that are already out there. God, totally lost the plot there for a second. Whoa, here we go.
Warning, temperature critical.
Okay. Right. Yeah, trying to concentrate on things at the same time, it's difficult. No, Chris, the stairs are not deadly in Odyssey the same as Star Citizen at all. Someone was killed on the stairs, not by the stairs. It's different. TCB, you said, but this is not official, is it? What do you mean? Because on Galnet, the NMLA have said they've done it. So they've taken credit. Credit? Do you take credit for stuff like that? Mad Seeker, we should have killed them all. Maybe we should have done. Lulutz, this is a station in Sol that's orbiting around Earth, and it's been blown up. Derek, I am pledged to a faction at the moment, but I haven't done anything for them. I've been pledged to a faction for 2 years, pretty much, and I've not bothered to do the power play grind, so I've just left myself signed up. Ben, what's happening? Terrorist attacks in Seoul, in Nanaman, Lave, Ria, Akanar, lots of places. Okay. Is he taking responsibility? No. No, no, no. Oh, excuse me.
Incoming mission critical message.
Sword launcher. We don't do caps here. But say the MPLA. What? No. The NMLA literally says I can get on that. Could do a Kitten update for you, Tom. He's grown a lot. A lot. Where he just looks like a small cat now. He doesn't look like a kitten. Sword launcher. Stop doing caps because it's the NMLA that did it. We can argue about facts if you like, but I've asked you politely not to do caps twice now.
Incoming mission critical message.
Hello there.
Gain damage, a few I think. A Navy Hornet, thank you for following. Yeah, I'll grab Alfred in a moment for you, Tom, so you can see how he's doing.
Incoming mission critical message.
You've never had a boy cat? See, had obviously Clive was a good lad. He was very affectionate once he had the snip. He was always like my best friend, always best mates, me and Clive. But
Incoming mission critical message.
once he had the snip, he calmed down a lot. Alfred loves everything. Literally everything. Got any larger ones that we can take? In total, I can carry 168 people.
Incoming mission critical message.
Right. So Derek, the NMLA are the Neo-Malinist Liberation Army. They are a set of terrorists and extremists who are dead set against the idea of succession through birth within the Empire. They think it should be done via democracy, which is ridiculous. Democracy of all things, which I don't think sounds right. So as a dictator myself, I'm like, no. But right, I'm going to grab Alfred. Fingers crossed he doesn't then go crazy after. And if he does, Tom, I am blaming you. Just say no, mate. Yes, your fans want to see you. So, he's grown a lot. I feel like even just today, he's grown. He's giant. Dear me. So yeah, he's oh, come on, mate. People actually want to see you, fella. There you go. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to support you, Alfred, so that people can see you, right? And it's comfortable. And you're just being this guy. He's being a sleepy dude. Yeah. He's like, nope. I'm off. Catch you later. Oh wait, you're streaming. Well, let me just mess everything up. That's what we'll do. Mr. Seanoff, I don't work in pounds, but I can tell you kilos. Last time we weighed him, he was 3.5 kilos. And when we got him, he was only 800 grams. So he was absolutely tiny. But yeah, he's off to go back to sleep. He's just like, I don't know why he picked me up. He also loves being brushed. Absolutely loves being brushed.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Royal Diamond, weirdly, yeah, it bothers me a lot. People use stone when they talk about their individual weights. And it's like, well, why do you do that?
Warning. Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage.
Don't need heat. You don't need heat sinks for this if you're straight in and out again. But yeah, for some reason people use stone, and it really bothers me because kilos it's by far superior. Because when you suddenly switch to pounds, people I don't get it. People don't understand when you go from stone to pounds in the UK, and it's like, why don't you understand that? Like, you can't. You're either using imperial or you're not. You know, that is that weird thing. Sword launcher? No, not really. It doesn't do anything. Like, because I'm just in and out quick enough, you don't have to worry about heat. The damage is like a couple of 100 credits, so it's not bother.
Docking request granted.
US refuses the entire rest of the world pretty much using pounds and ounces. And here's the thing as well: imperial, that's used in America, also isn't the same imperial that the rest of the world uses when they use imperial. Which is pretty weird.
Landing gear deployed.
But yeah, I understand. The only reason we think that, Michael, is that Lave, because it's one of the old worlds, and it's the home of, maybe because it's the home of Lave Radio.
Disengaged.
I don't know. Because it's an old world. I think it's going to be more that than attacking the press kind of thing. I think it's that. So sword launcher. It's in the same location. It's still there. It's going to be there for another another week, 6 days, I think. Freedom units. Oh, I suppose freedom units is not superior. And what I particularly enjoy is when you get the odd American who brings up the fact that, oh yeah, well we sent people to the moon. It's like, yeah, cool, but you did that in metric, so don't go trying that. NASA works in metric because it's a superior measurement system. Just is. Daniel, I don't know, actually, that's a good point. It gives a week where nothing like that can be done. No Lavian brandy. DJ Bob saying imperial measurements are the same for refrigeration and air conditioning in the UK and US. No, it's not. So, where is my metric clock? There's no such thing as a metric clock. Time is universal. Behave. Time is only time. Although, wouldn't it be good if we had completely 100? What time are you going to bed? I'm going to go to bed at 66%. Just had time done like that. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? This is always a provocative, always provocative when it comes to it. It's for some reason this is one of the most heavily debated topics on the internet, is metric versus imperial, and how everyone knows that their one is superior. Yeah, the metric clock thing, it's just some things are too ingrained and it's done, I think. So that makes a lot of sense. So Lil, it's not a Thargoid attack that's happened here, but nothing has changed. Hang on, I said there are a few ways. What did I say a few ways about? Yeah, they do talk about that, don't they? Which side of the road? I mean, I don't drive, so I don't know what to tell you about that. Money making, right? Gain damage, yeah. Bounty hunting is good again. That's quite profitable. Mining again, very good. Core mining and laser mining. It depends how much money you've got now, because it takes some investment in order to make more.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Got 120 mil. Okay. 120 mil, you can 100% outfit a ship for core mining. So maybe some core mining, looking for low temperature diamond hotspots, stuff like that. Very... Oh, and you have a fully rated Corvette. Hang on. If you have a fully rated Corvette, fully A-rated Corvette, and only 120 mil in the bank, that means that you have less than 3 rebuys in your pocket, which means you really need to earn yourself some more money, don't you? Okay.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah. No, Derek, I do play on PC. Rubigo runs to Cirrus Atmospheric, still good. Yep, hasn't changed. In fact, it hasn't changed since it started. It has been the same for a very long time. But you're looking at maybe 60 to 80 million an hour. It's not a huge amount.
Commander, this is Flight Control. Federal authorities have declared a state of emergency at this facility. We're rerouting all civilian traffic to alternative locations. You've been granted restricted access, Commander. Proceed with caution.
Yeah, gain damage. I think you must have spent at least, well, 1 billion credits in the process of upgrading it and buying it. That must have been pretty painful.
Stay alert, Commander. Multiple debris fields spotted in the area.
Yeah, see, Derek, a run probably takes about 50 minutes, so... depending on how lucky you get. So... yeah, Frost King, it's mainly RNG. No, I didn't say 20. I said 60 to 80. So it depends on RNG a lot. And once you've been doing it for a while, what can often happen is that you can end up running out of missions quite quickly too. if you do it too fast, and then that drops you massively. So you've got to be very, very careful the number of runs you do. It's a tricky balancing thing, and it's something you may not necessarily have encountered unless you've done it in a ship that can only do it in one jump and back. Sword launcher, the temperatures are so high because it's on fire.
Incoming mission critical message.
Right. Is a Type 7 a viable exploration ship? It's not what I would use. It is not what I would use at all. It would not be my preference. You don't need to take cargo exploring, and you don't find any cargo whilst you're out exploring. More than a couple of tons, that's worth bringing back. If that. So, to be honest, cargo capacity doesn't come into exploration at all. Now, any ship can be used for exploration. Any ship. How far
Incoming mission critical message.
you go is a very different story. But yeah, it's not what I would use.
Incoming mission critical message.
Ben, who are you talking to?
Incoming mission critical message.
Because I'm not doing Robigo, because I'm rescuing people in Sol. I'm doing that instead.
Incoming mission critical message.
Yeah, these are all not paying very well at all.
Incoming mission critical.
We're definitely down to the poor refugees, and it shows.
Incoming
Why aren't they
mission
rich?
critical message.
And that said 16, but it's 9. Okay. Cool.
Incoming mission critical message.
Derek, I'm not saying it's impossible, mate. I'm just saying that it's your average won't always be that, and people should expect a lower amount and then be pleasantly surprised, because it is definitely better to find out you're getting more.
Incoming mission.
Because otherwise, if I say an amount, for example, and I go, yeah, you can get that, and then people get less, I always get roasted for it. So I can always be very careful. But yeah, mining, if you've never done it before, gain damage, can be quite good fun. Especially core mining. I think everyone should core mine at some point.
Landing gear retracted.
Clear for
Warning.
takeoff.
Taking
No
heat
time to
damage.
waste, Commander.
Okay, and out we go. Gain damage, yep, it is indeed blowing rocks up.
Frameshift drive charged.
Very rewarding. Very good. It's good gameplay. Like, it's enjoyable gameplay when it comes to core mining versus laser mining.
Engage.
And like, you find the rocks, then you get to pop your charges into them, then detonate the charges, and you're in for an absolute audio treat when you pop a core as well. It's a very, very nice sound. Sound team at FDev are fantastic. They always do a good job. Subsurface, again, is good gameplay.
Docking request granted.
No sword launcher. It was done by a terrorist attack. But yeah, laser mining isn't that fun, but it is effective. Gain damage, yes. Oh yeah, definitely better.
Gear deployed.
For sure. Like I say, popping a first core, it has a very, very satisfying, and I'm going to make the sound, and it's not going to sound anything like it. Wow, sounds very, very good. Not like the sounds that you get when a fleet carrier jumps. And also, did you know fleet carriers have different sounds depending on which one they are. You actually find that laser mining can make you a decent amount of money. Yeah, I suppose, Stephen, it's because they're seismic charges, aren't they? Both times, so I assume that's why they did it. No, I mean, I still have almost 400 tons of painite sat on my carrier, which I'm reluctant to sell, just because. I don't need the money. I've got 7.5 billion in the bank. Carrier with 2.5 billion in the pot. So I'm like, not playing for money. So gain damage, if you can do laser mining, low temperature diamonds and painite, probably pay the best. If you're going to be doing core mining, then low temperature diamonds is where it's at. Low temperature diamonds. Now, what I should have checked was how many people I've saved. So yeah, alright, okay, platinum's good. I haven't seen any platinum hotspots. But then again, I've been mining for ages. Because I really mined myself out, properly mined myself out before Fleet Carriers launched. My intention was that I'll have 10 billion, and that way I definitely know I'll be able to afford one. And then they were 5 billion. And I was like, Yeah, Paul, you are right. There is it's like laser mining has a lot less RNG involved, but then again, technically cores are all persistent for everyone, which is why sometimes you'll drop into a ring, and when you come into the ring, you'll already see cores that have been blown up and like the clouds around them. So. Right, I think, guys, I am going to have to call time for my stream because I'm unfortunately suffering a little bit with some nausea, and flying a spaceship isn't helping me too much on it. And I have to be honest, the nausea is caused by my cancer meds, which is not super. And I've been sipping my drink in order to try and keep it at bay, but it's not feeling so super. So I need to step away from my computer for a couple of hours. But I am going to thank everyone for watching. It is much appreciated. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already, please do hit the like button and subscribe, because I'll be streaming again fairly soon. Everyone on Twitch, we're going to go and raid someone because it's the done thing, and I think it's something that we should do. So yeah, I'm having to do that sensible thing where I actually go and look after myself which is pretty rare. So I'm going to thank everyone for watching, and if you're on Twitch and you haven't followed, you fancy following, you know what to do. We are going to raid. I'm going to see you streaming at the moment. Thank you for the follow. We'll go for Psychit, because she's doing something fairly similar to me. She might have different opinions. You never ever know, do you? So let's get this sorted. It's me trying to actually click on my own stream, and I'm like, what are you doing? There you go. So I'm going to say once again, thank you very much for watching. I will hopefully see you all soon.